Hello YouTube! Today we're doing French versus Spanish. Two of my best languages. Which is easier? Differences for learners. For someone whose first language is English, it takes 750 hours of full-time study to become proficient in French, and it takes 600 hours to become proficient in Spanish. So, Spanish is easier. That's it. Video over. Video done. Okay, but why is Spanish easier? Reason number one, pronunciation. French has a little weird sounds which don't exist in Spanish or English. They have several nasal vowels, like in the common name Quentin. I struggled with that one. This guy kept saying, my name's Quentin. What is Quentin? So you gotta say a lot of sounds through your nose in French and other different sounds which, yeah, don't exist in English and don't exist in Spanish, so they're very difficult for us to learn how to say. French and Spanish do both have tricky R sounds. The Spanish R and the French R comes from the back of the throat, kind of like you're gargling water. I've probably struggled with the French R more than the Spanish R. I don't know why. I know a lot of people find the Spanish R actually really difficult, but I feel like it's once you get there, you get there. Whereas with the Spanish one, I still don't know if I'm doing it correctly. Reason number two, grammar. I don't believe in learning grammar. I think that you should absorb grammar naturally the same way a baby does. But let's just put it this way, the way French people speak is slightly more complicated than the way Spanish people speak. They've got slightly more weird sentences and phrases put together, and it takes a little longer to learn how those things work. Reason number three, that Spanish is easier than French. Population size and media. There are more Spanish speakers in the world, we know that. There are tons of South American countries which speak Spanish as a first language, and loads of people in the United States and other places as well now have Spanish as a first language, either their only language or bilingually as bilinguals. If there are more Spanish-speaking people to talk to than French-speaking people, then it's just easier to find conversation partners so you can actually practice speaking. This also means that there is more Spanish language music, TV, films, etc. than French. Although France does have a really well-established film industry and there are some classic French films, music is a big one. There's so much Spanish language music. There's so much Spanish language music and it's become so popular that it's actually being broadcasted now on the radio in Spanish in the UK and America, which I think is crazy, but also really awesome. We all remember when Despacito hit the charts. So yeah, if there's more stuff on Netflix and online that you can watch in Spanish, then it's just easier to find things to learn from. But I know some people are going to argue that, there's still tons of really good French stuff, and there is loads of good French stuff. Okay, that was French versus Spanish, which is easier. We have figured out that Spanish is easier. If you found this video interesting or useful, then like, subscribe, share, and do those things. If you have any questions about French or Spanish or me or languages, put them in the comments and I will answer them in future videos.